that rhetoric's dangerous.
Well,
I think saying that we're going to have martial law and it's a coup. I mean, Biden, they're setting up, I'm here in D.C., they're setting up for the inauguration right now. Like, there's not going to be martial law, and things like that just scare people. And Joy, to your point, who are these people? Who are these people? Are 70 million Americans that voted for Trump. Biden won, but he didn't win by any kind of the landslide that I for one, thought he might have. And I
but
think
he
that,
won.
You know, that, but he did, and it's fair and valid, and I don't disagree.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying the rhetoric in the media needs to be more respectful of people, of Trump voters. And I think that's how we got to this place to begin with. And going forward in 2021, I think that we need to be respectful of the 70 million Americans that for whatever reason did not feel that they could, in good faith, pull the trigger for President Biden and Vice President Harris.
Don't you think, Meghan, don't you think a lot of those people are watching Fox and getting their news from other sources other than legitimate sources? Come on.
No,
They're
I think that's fake news. I'm sorry.
They're getting
I know a lot of Republicans and a lot of people.
Stop. I can't hear anybody.
No, I just think I know people that quietly voted for Trump, that didn't want to be shamed, that don't want to be yelled at, that don't want to be called racist. And I think that when you see this kind of pressure, it should not have been this close. The election should not have been this close. If you're President Biden right now, or excuse me, President-elect, it was. But that's why President Trump is using the insanity that he is, which, again, there's been no evidence to show.
He has lost. He has lost.
Yes, he's lost.
Every time they've gone in, they've lost. And in terms of respect the people who voted for Biden and let him take his place.
Oh, the View and good old Meghan McCain there. So here's the thing. Yeah, she goes on and talks about, we have to respect Trump's voters, and we do. But also we have to respect the 81 million people that voted for Biden, right? I mean, here's the thing. She's talking about all this rhetoric about martial law and, all that kind of stuff, rioting in the streets. It's, Trump's people are talking about that, right? That came up because Michael Flynn went into the Oval Office and said, hey, we should declare martial law. I played a clip of him on Newsmax in another segment where he's totally advocating for martial law and says that we've declared martial law like 60-something times, like it's not that big of a deal. Which is crazy that Republicans have gone from, buying guns because Obama's declaring martial law to now wanting to declare martial law themselves. But in general, I agree with Meghan McCain's point there. Like, there's 70+ million people that voted for Trump for whatever reason, and we have to respect those fellow Americans, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of crazy Trump folks out there, but hey, we need to start respecting people's views more in this country. So I totally am on board with that. But at the same time, I don't think it's the mainstream media that's being so disrespectful for all these voters. I mean, a lot of these voters are just being crazy themselves. I mean, it's one of those things with media bias. And people will accuse me of being biased against Republicans or Trump supporters and all that stuff. Not true. I will argue with that here. Here's the thing. I criticize both parties, but the thing is, Republicans and, really Trump and a lot of his supporters just really been doing a lot more dumb shit right now than Democrats have. Doesn't mean Democrats aren't doing dumb shit, and I've talked about that on this channel too. But hey, if one side's doing more dumb shit, they're probably going to get talked about more. But hey, if you want to hear some more dumb shit on this channel, do me a favor and like and subscribe. I would definitely appreciate it, and I'll bring you more stuff like this in the future. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Thank you so much for watching Citizen Pete. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, click that little subscribe button, maybe the like button, and hey, maybe just leave a comment. I want to know what you're thinking. What do you think about all the politics, the news, and all the stuff that's going on in our country?